The banquet hall buzzed with laughter, music, and endless chatter as old college classmates reunited after years apart. So, who is married now? Husyok asked with a grin, raising his glass. Almost every hand in the room went up. He gasped dramatically. Traitors! You all promised to stay single forever? You believe that? Shimin laughed. We were 20. We also promised they would become billionaire after 25. And look at us now, Lungi Material, working overtime just to pay bills. The group burst into laughter. I still remember Professor Shoi catching Shankuk sleeping during the lecture. Some teased, other classmates instantly protested. Sleeping? Please, that man was resting his eyes. He still topped the semester. That's the most unfair thing I have ever witnessed. And remember Tom, a girl giggled. He once entered the wrong classroom and confidently attended an entire lecture before realizing it wasn't his department. No, another friend laughed so hard tears gathered in his eyes. The best part was that he kept taking notes. I was too embarrassed to leave halfway. Tong defended himself, hiding his face behind his glass. I thought pretending to belong was the better option. The table erupted into another round of laughter. For a moment, it truly felt like they had gone back in time. No responsibilities, no advance, no distance, just a bunch of university students teasing each other like they used to. Then the entrance door opened, someone walked in. Conversations gradually died down. It's turned toward the newcomer. Is that John Jungkook? No way. He changes so much. I almost didn't recognize him. Tong looked up. The moment his eyes landed on Jungkook, everything around him disappeared. It had been years since he had last seen the man who had unknowingly occupied every corner of his heart throughout the university. The butterflies returned as if they had never left. Jungkook had changed. Gon was carefree university boy who usually showed up in hoodies and sneakers. The man standing in the entrance looked measured. His features sharper, his tall and more defined, his broad shoulder filling out the perfectly tolerated suit shirt he wore. The sleeves were neatly folded to his forearm, revealing strong hands and veins. Black. It had always suited Jungkook. No, it was as if black created solely for him. His fitted trouser, polished shoe, and effortless confidence made every hair turn without him even trying. He wasn't loud, he didn't need to be. His presence alone commanded him. Tong found himself stirring. He is even more handsome than I remember. His heart pounded against his ribs the same way it had every time Jungkook walked into the lecture hall years ago. Back then, Tong would secretly steal glances from across the classroom, memorizing the way Jungkook laughed with his friends or brushed his hair away from his forehead. He had convinced himself that those feelings would fade after graduation. Apparently, he had been wrong, because one look at John Jungkook after all these years was enough to make Kim Tong's heart forget that the time had ever passed. Jungkook had barely taken 2 steps into the hall when his gaze wandered across the room. He found him, Kim Tong. Time seemed to stop. The greeting Jungkook had been about to offer his classmates tired on his lip. He simply stood. Tong looked different. His features had matured, carrying a quiet elegance that hadn't been there in college. His hair was neatly styled, and the soft smile he wore was just as breathtaking as Jungkook remembered. But his eyes, those warm, expressive eyes, were exactly the same. A flood of memories crashed into Jungkook all at once. Late night study session, where he secretly hoped Tong would ask him for help. Watching Tong laugh with his friends from across the campus courtyard, finding excuses to take the same route between classes, just to catch a glimpse of him. And countless nights he had spent lying awake, imagining the day he would finally gather enough courage to confess. One day I will tell Kim Tong how I feel. He had believed it for his heart, but that day had never come. Graduation had arrived too quickly, life had pulled them in different directions. And he was Jungkook had reached 1,000 times in memory, forever unspoken. Now, after all these years, their tongues stood real. Only a few steps away. Neither of them moved, neither of them spoke. They simply looked at each other, as though silently searching for the version of themselves they had left behind on campus years ago. They roamed around and faded into nothing. Hoseok looked from Tong to Jungkook, from smirking. Should we all leave? Feels like we are interrupting something. The comment shifted several people out of their desks. Shimin followed Jungkook's line of sighed before knowing his grin spread across his face. Yeah, John Jungkook, he called it loudly. This isn't university anymore. The room erupted into laughter. Another classmate nugget Tong with his elbow. And you, Kim Tong, stop staring like your professor just announced it. There will be a final exam. Tong blinked rapidly, his cheeks instantly warming. I wasn't staring. Oh, Yoongi raised an eyebrow. Really? Then explain why either Hugh has blinked in the last 30 seconds. More laughter required from the hall. Shankuk finally let out an embarrassed chuckle, running a back of his up. It's been a long time. It says. Tong replied softly, unable to stop smiling. Hoseok clapped his hands dramatically. There they are. They finally remembered the rest of his exist. Shimin laughed. Seriously, we thought you were accidentally walking into a romance movie. Oh, come on. Another friend Shimin and wait, the teasing girl. Back in college, these two couldn't even hold eye contact for 5 seconds. And now they are making up for last time. Someone is ended. The teasing only made Tong and Jungkook more flustered. They looked away at the exactly same moment. The synchronization Rishid sent the entire group into another fit of laughter. See? Hoseok pointed between them. Some things never changes. The awkwardness gradually melted away as conversation began flowing again. So Jungkook, Hoseok asked, taking a sip of his drink. What have you been up to all these years? Mostly work. Jungkook replied with a small smile. I own a fitness company now. Still obsessed with working out? Jimin shook. You say that like it's a bad thing. It is when you used to drag us to the gym at 6 in the morning. Everyone laughed. What about you, Tong? Another classmate asked. I work as a reporter who takes interview of the high class people. Tong answered. Keep me busy. I always knew you would end up doing something creative. Tong smiled sheepishly. Even now and then. His eyes drifted towards Jungkook, and every single time Jungkook happened to glance at his way, too. The moment their eyes met, they both awkwardly looked at somewhere else. It happened once, then twice, then so many times that Jimin had to bite his lip to stop himself from laughing. Neither of them noticed. So, Jungkook finally spoke, clearing his throat. It's nice seeing everyone again. It really is. Thong replied softly. Silence followed. Just one, filled with the many unsaid things. Neither of them knew how to continue. Years of distance couldn't disappear with a few existences. Thong shook awkwardly before finishing the last sip of his cocktail in his hand. A pleasant warmth spread through his body. He studied clapping his hands. Enough talking. Everyone looked at him. We are at the reunion party, not a business meeting. He grinned, his cheeks slightly pink from the alcohol. I'm going to dance. A few classmates immediately shouted, me too. I have been waiting for someone to say that. The DJ switched to an unbeat song, filling the hall with lively music. Thong laughed brightly and started walking toward the dance floor. There, he turned it around. His eyes searched the crowd until they landed on Jungkook. Hugh, coming? For a second, Jungkook hesitated, their eyes met for once. But instead of answering, Jungkook lowered his gaze with a small, almost embarrassed smile and looked away, gently shaking his head. Nah, you guys go ahead. Thong stared at him for a heartbeat before giving a tiny shrug. You're lost. With that, he flashes a signature boxy smile and jogged toward the dance floor, where his friends immediately pulled him into a circle. Music echoed through the hall as the laughter filled the air. Thong quickly became the center of the attention, laughing without resting restraint, moving to the best pitch, pure energy that hadn't changed since university. Jungkook remained where he was, one hand tucked into his pocket, a glass resting loosely in the other. He watched silently, his lips covered into a softest smile, something really never changes. The music grew louder as the classmates joined and the dance floor. Tong laughed freely, the alcohol leaving the faint blush across his cheek. He wasn't drunk enough to lose control, just enough to let go of the awkwardness that had clung to him since Jungkook had. He swayed with his friends, earning cheers whenever he pulled it off and an unexpectedly smooth move. That's our Kim Thong. Choseok shouted from the sideline, still the life of the every party. Someone else added. A few moments later, one of their former classmates, a tall man with an easy smile, walked toward Thong. May I? He asked, entering his hand. Thong shook her before accepting it. Sure. The two began dancing together, leaving no a respectful distance between them. It was nothing more than a friendly dance between old classmates, accompanied by laughter and playful banter. Across the room, Shanku's eyes never left them. The smile that had rested on his lips a moment ago slowly disappeared. His jaw tightened without realizing it. His fingers curled around the glass in his hand. His gaze remained fixed on the man standing beside Thong. Then, Thong's eyes wandered through the crowd. They found Shankuk. For a split second, the corner of his lip covered into a faint smirk. Let's see if you have changed at all, Chion Shankuk. He turned it back to his dance partner, leaning at something the man whispered. That laugh, for some reason, it bothered Jungkook far more than it should have. His grip on the glass tightened tighter. The vein on his back of his hand became visible. So that's how it's going to be, he muttered under his breath. Standing beside him, Shivan glanced at the poor glass that looked as though it might not survive another second. He sighed. With one swift motion, he pulled it from Jungkook's hand. Jungkook frowned. What? Jimin held up the glass. Leave it. At the state you are squeezing it, you are either going to shatter the glass or scare the bartender. Shankuk looked away without answering. Jimin followed his line of sight to the dance floor and immediately understood. Oh, he said, unable to suppress a grin. So that's what's happening? It's nothing. It is. Jimin leaned closer, amusement dancing in his eyes. If you are that jealous, Shankuk stays silent. Then stop glaring from across the room and go talk to him. Shankuk's eyes returned to Thong. Just in time, he see the other man smiling lightly at his dance partner again. Something inside him finally snapped. Without another word, he set his jaw, turned on his heel, and strode straight toward the dance floor. Jimin watched him go before letting out a laugh. There he goes. Shankuk, Hoseok raised an eyebrow. What happened? Jimin followed his arms with a smug grin. Jeon Shankuk finally ran out of patience. Shankuk walked straight to the dance floor. Without saying a word, he stopped just behind Thong. Thong felt a familiar presence before he even turned it around. He smiled again at his lip. So, he said, swaying gently to the music. You changed your mind? Shankuk slipped into the rhythm beside him, keeping the expression as composed as ever. Maybe. Thong tilted his head, unable to hide the amusement in his eyes. Jealous? Shankuk let out a quiet scoff. Not at all. No? No. Then why are you here? Shankuk looked away for a moment. I just felt like dancing. Thong laughed, the sound warm and light. Such a sweet liar. I am serious. I am. You have always been terrible at lying, Shankuk. And you always thought you could read my mind? I usually can. Shankuk chuckled under his breath. Still as confident as ever? You like that about me? Maybe. Thong blinked. Was that an actual compliment? Don't get used to it. The laughter blended with the music as they continued moving with the crowd. For the first time that evening, the years between them seemed to disappear. Another song faded out. The DJ smoothly transitioned into the slow melody. As many couples instinctively drew closer, Thong glanced around before looking back at Shankuk. I guess the party is slowing down. So it is. For a brief moment, neither of them moved. Then Shankuk hesitated before gently resting his hand on Thong's waist, slightly asking if it was okay. Thong breathed cock for the smallest moment, but he didn't step away. Instead, he smiled. I thought you said you weren't jealous. Shankuk made his eyes. You also said I was a terrible liar. Thong couldn't help but laugh. There you are. That you me. The Shankuk I remembered. They returned back into the hall. The soft melody continued to play as Jungkook and Thong stood close. Neither of them echoed to step away. Just then, Thong's phone vibrated in his pocket. He frowned slightly. Sorry. Carefully stepping back, he pulled out his phone. The moment he looked at the screen, he smiled. Jungkook noticed the sudden changes in his expression. Excuse me for a minute. Jungkook answered the call. Hello. A tiny voice echoed from the speaker. Mama? Thong's face instantly lit up. There you are, my baby. Jungkook, who was standing only a few feet away, froze. You haven't slept, eh? Thong asked gently. The little voice shouted from the other end. I tried, but I couldn't. Where are you? Mama's at a reunion party, remember? I told you. I will be home soon. I missed you. Thong's smile grew impossibly softer. I miss you too. Can you come home now? I will sit out just a little while longer. There was a tiny snicker. Promise? Thong shook her. I promise. Pinky promise? Thong laughed quietly, attracting the attention from the several classmates nearby. Pinky promise? The child seemed satisfied. Okay, I love you, Mama. I love you more than anything. After saying good night a few more times, Thong finally ended the call. For a few seconds, he simply stared at the dark screen with an affectionate smile, still lingering on his lips. When he looked up again, he found Shunku staring at him, with not with curiosity, not with judgment, but with complete surprise. The Jungkook, who had always seemed to calm, now looked utterly speechless. Dong tucked his phone back into his pocket and smiled awkwardly. Sorry about that. Jungkook blinked, finally finding his voice. Your child? Dong nodded. My son? Before Jungkook could ask another question, several classmates who had overheard the conversation gathered around them. See, was your grenade. We told you, Tom is the most devoted parent you will ever meet. He literally leaves every party early because his little one can't sleep without saying goodnight. Another classmate teased Tom rubbed the back of his neck, slightly embarrassed. They are exaggerating. We are really not, Jimin laughed. Your whole world is all around that kid. Jungkook remained silent. His gaze stayed on Thong, countless questions swirling through his mind. A son, Thong had a son, and somehow Jungkook felt like he had missed an entire chapter of Thong's life. Thong slipped his phone back into his pocket and looked at everyone with an apologetic look. I should head home. So soon? Was your crony dramatically. Pyong barely started catching up. Thong laughed softly. I know, but I promised my son I would be home before he falls asleep. Oh gosh, this little boss. Jimin teased. Thong nodded with a helpless smile. Yes, my little boss. I swear. Another classmate shook him. Your son has you wrapped around his little finger. Thong didn't even try to deny it. He absolutely does. The fondness in his voice made everyone smile. Hoseok shook his head. Go on. We know better than you keep a kid waiting for his mama. Thong Lovin bowed his head slightly. Thank you. It was really nice seeing all of you again. One by one, everyone wished him good night. As Thong reached for his jacket, Jungkook quietly spoke up. I will drop you in. Thong looked up. You don't have to. It's late. I can get a can. Just then a low thunder echoed outside the banquet hall. A few seconds later, rain began pouring against the tall glass window. Hoseok walked over and picked it outside. Scratched it. It's pouring. Jimin looked between the two of with an innocent smile that fooled absolutely no one. Perfect. Jungkook has a car. Thong needs a ride. Problem solved. I don't want any trouble. It isn't trouble. Jungkook interrupted. His voice was calm, but there was a quiet sincerity behind it. I was leaving anyway. Thong studied him for a moment before finally giving in. Alright. A small smile appeared on Jungkook's face. Let's go. The rain had become heavier by the time they stepped outside. Jungkook hurried toward the parking lot while Thong waited beneath the entrance canopy. A sleek black SUV stopped a moment later. Jungkook stepped out, beside the rain, and hurried around to open the passenger door. You really didn't have to do that. Thong said smiling. I know. Thong climbed inside. The drive began in comfortable silence, rain tapping against the windshield, while soft music played in the car. Neither of them seemed to know where to start. Finally, Thong smiled. So, a fitness company? Jungkook nodded, keeping his eye on the road. It started small, it grew over the years. I'm not surprised. You always worked harder than anyone else? Jungkook shook up. You remember that? I remember a lot of things. The word hung between them. Jungkook grip on steering wheel tightened ever so slightly. And you? He asked after a moment. Still drawing? Every day? You always carried a sketchbook. Thong laughed. I can't believe you remember that. I remember more than you think. Silence settled once again. Shankuk listened at Dong for a brief second before returning his eyes to the road. There were so many questions he wanted to ask about the little boy, about the years they had lost, about whatever Dong had ever been married. But every question felt too personal. So instead, he simply asked, "Are you happy?" Dong looked out the rain-sweetened window. After a long pause, he smiled. "Yes, I am with my son. Yes." There was love in his voice, unconditional. The kind of love that made Shanku's heart ashake without knowing why. Nearly 30 minutes later, they series lowered in front of the small, homely lighthouse. "We are here." Tom said softly before either of them could move. The front door swung open. A tiny figure in dinosaur pajama came running out onto the porch. "Mama," Tom said suddenly. "Hey, don't run outside, sweetheart." He was already out of the car before the little boy reached the step. Thong knelt down, opening his arm just in the time for the child to throw himself into his tight hug. "There you are," Thong whispered, kissing the top of his son's head. "I told you I'll be home. I waited," the little boy said proudly. "I know you did. You keep your pinky promise. I always keep my promises to you." Shankar stood beside the car, watching the scene unfold. He had never seen Thong like this, the carefree classmate he remembered, the shy boy he had quietly loved, now smiling with a warmth that seemed to light up the entire porch. The little boy finally noticed the stranger standing nearby. He peeked shyly from behind Tong's leg. "Mama." "Yes, baby. Who is that?" Tong turned toward Jungkook. For a moment, their eyes met once again. A gentle smile spread across Tong's face. "He is an old friend." The little boy blinked curiously. "From when you were in college?" Tong nodded. "Yes." Shankar smiled warmly and gave our child a small grin. "Hi." The little boy hid behind Tong's leg again, peeking out with wide, curious eyes. Tong laughed quietly. "Look like someone is feeling shy tonight." And for the first time since the reunion began, Jungkook realized that the chapter he had missed wasn't just about Tong. It was about the little family Tong had built with all his love. "Yoon Eun," loudly, rubbing his sleepy eyes. Tong smiled and took the little dinosaur from his son's hand. "All right, little man, it's way past your bedtime." "But Mr. Dino hasn't said good night to our guest." Shankar shook. "I think Mr. Dino can say good night tomorrow." Yoon thought about it for a second before nodding. "Okay." He looked at Jungkook and gave a tiny wave. "Bye, Uncle Jungkook." "Good night, Yoon." Tong kissed the boy's forehead. "I will tuck you in. I'll be back in a minute." Yoon wrapped his arm around Tong's neck before the two disappeared down the hallway. Jungkook remained in the living room. His eyes wandered over the framed photograph on the shelf. Most of them were of Tong and June. Birthday celebration, trip to the park, building snowman, painting together. There wasn't another parent in any of them. A few minutes later, Tong returned, quietly closing the door behind him. "He is asleep already," he said with a fond smile. Jungkook nodded. "He seems like a wonderful kid." "He is." Silence settled between them. Jungkook slipped his hand into his pocket, unsure how to ask the question that had been weighing on him all evening. Finally he spoke. "You have a kid?" Tong looked at him. "I do." "You never told me." A faint smile crossed Tong's face. "When would I have?" Jungkook frowned. "I don't know, but you could have." Tong let out a quiet breath. "Jungkook, you should have told me before we do something like that in the bathroom." "I can't." Jungkook brows knitted together. "Why can't you?" Tong made his eyes again. "Because I just can't." The answer only deepened Jungkook's frustration. "Tong, we are no strangers, aren't we?" Tong asked gently. The word made Jungkook fall silent. "We haven't seen each other in years." Tong continued. "You don't owe me explanation and I don't owe you mine." Jungkook following. "I just..." He struggled to find right words. Tong studied him for a long moment before asking question. "Why does it matter so much to you?" Jungkook didn't answer. Tong took another step closer. "Tell me honestly." His voice was calm. "Why do you think I should have told you?" Jungkook looked away. Tong gave a small, bittersweet smile. "Did you have feeling for me?" The question landed like thunder. Shankuk froze, his lip parted, but no words came out. The silence itself was an answer. Tong's smile faded ever so slightly. I thought so. Shankuk's heart pounded against his ribs. He wanted to say something, to explain, to admit that what he had believed for years, but nothing came. Without another word, he lowered his gaze, turning toward the front door and quietly walked out into the room. The door clicked shut behind him. Tom stood in the silent living room, staring at the closet door, wondering if he had just pushed away the one person he had once hoped would never leave. The next morning, Tom arrived at the work more tired than usual. You look like you didn't sleep, his colleague remarked. Tom forced a smile. I didn't. Before he could ask another question, the editor stepped out of the office holding a file. Tom, yes sir, I have an assignment for you. Tom accepted the file and glanced at the cover. Exclusive interview, Sean Shankuk, CEO of JK Fitness Group. His eyes slipped a bit. An interview? His editor nodded. His company is launching a nationwide wellness initiative next month. Every major magazine is trying to get an exclusive with him. I have already spoken to his office. Just head to his residence this afternoon. Tong hesitated for a moment before nodding. I will do my best. That afternoon, Tong stood outside the elegant mansion protected by towering iron gate. He took a slow breath, woke his walk, nothing more. Adjusting the strap of his camera bag, he walked toward the security gate. Good afternoon, he greeted politely. I am Kim Tong from Inside Magazine. I have an appointment to interview Mr. Sean. The guard checked the visitor list before speaking into the office. One moment, inside the mansion. Shankuk happened to glance at the security monitor in his office. The moment he saw Tong standing in this gate, his breath gone. Tong? He stood there for several seconds, unable to take his eyes off the screen image of the previous night flashes from his mind. Did you have feeling for me? The question still echoed in his ears. The time they spent in the bathroom doing something they shouldn't, because clearly Tong is married. His grip tightened around the edge of the desk. The anger grew over the night. After a long silence, he pressed the intercom. It's me. Yes, Mr. John. Shankuk closed his eyes for a brief moment. Tell him I'm unavailable. There was a pause. Sir, I said tell him I won't be giving the interview. Understood. Shankuk ended the call and remained standing in front of the monitor. He watched as the guard walked back toward Tom. I'm sorry, sir. The guard said respectfully. Mr. John isn't available for interviews today. Tong frowned. There must be some mistake. I'm afraid not. My editor confirmed today's appointment. The appointment has been cancelled. Tong looked toward the mansion, confused. Could you please tell Mr. John that Kim Tong is here? The guard spoke into his office once more. A few seconds later, he received another reply. He looked back at Tong apologetically. I'm sorry. What did he say? The guard hesitated before answering. Mr. John said no. Tong stood froze. No? Yes, sir. Could you at least let me meet him for 5 minutes? If he wants to cancel the interview himself, I will leave without another word. The guard gave an apologetic bow. I'm sorry, but Mr. John specifically instructed us not to let anyone in. Tong stared at the mansion for a long moment, a lump forming in his throat. He couldn't understand what had changed overnight. Had he said something wrong, or was Shankuk avoiding him? With a quiet sigh, Tong adjusted the strap of his bag and slowly turned it up. From the gate, another, then the front and entered upstairs window. Tom Shankuk was watching him leave with regret written all over his face. Front door opened quietly. I'm home. Tong's voice was softer than usual. From the living room, the sound of little footsteps echoed through the house. Mama, you'll run over his favorite dinosaur. Plush tucked under the one arm. Only on slow the movement he reached Tom. He blinked. His mama was smiling. Don't frown. Mama, Tong looked down and forced a small smile. Hi, sweetheart. Hyun wrapped a little arm around Tong's waist, but didn't let go. Instead, he looked up with worried eyes. Why are you sad? Tong gently stroked his hair. I am no okay. No, you are not. I just had a bad day at work. Your brows knitted together. What happened? Tong sighed softly before kneeling, so they were at eye level. Sometimes grown-ups have bad days too. Did someone make you sad? Tong smiled faintly. It's nothing you need to worry about. But I want to. Tong, you paid Yoon's check. Thank you, my brave boy, really. But it's just one of those days. I will be fine. Yoon studied his face for a long moment. Then his eyes suddenly widened. Is it because of that uncle who came yesterday? Tong was caught off guard. What? Tall uncle? Shankukist came to Tong's smile. He shook his head. No, sweetheart. Hyun crossed his little arms. Yes, it is. Tong could help but shook him. Oh, and how do you know that? Because yesterday you smiled after he left. I saw you sad and crying. He pointed a finger at Tong. Today you made him again and now you are sad. Tong blinked. Children really did notice everything. Hyun afraid profit out his sick. I don't like him. Hyun, if he made my mama sad, he clenched his fist with all the determination a 6-year-old could muster. Then, when I see him again, he raised one little face dramatically. I will beat him. Tong stared at him for a second before bursting into laughter. A real laugh, one that filled the room. Hyun blinked. What? Tong pulled him into a hug, unable to stop smiling. My little bodyguard, Yoon gave him back lightly. I will always protect you. Tong rested his chin on the top of Yoon's head. I know you will. After a moment, he smiled gently and nodded. But we don't solve problem by hitting people. Hyun pouted. Not even a tiny punch? Tong laughed again. Not even a tiny one. Hyun let out an exaggerated sound. Fine. Then he looked up with a determined expression. I won't push him. Good. I hate you forever. Tong's eyes widened. Hyun, you can't. Hyun narrowed his eyes. Believe me, I can, Mama. And he walked away. Still sat Yoon's back. No, Yoon, you can't hate your own father.